Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag Technology Tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn installation and configuration of UrBackup on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So in this video, we'll go through the step-by-step process to installing and configuring the UrBackup on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So first question is that in our mind that what is the UrBackup? So UrBackup is the open source client server backup system that support file and image backup for Linux, Windows and other OS. So here we will guide you to setting up the UrBackup server on an Ubuntu 24.04 LTS machine with an IP address. I am using the one server, that is the IP address 192.168.136.129, and for client I am using one more Ubuntu server, same server, Linux server. So that IP address is 192.168.136.130. So that is also Ubuntu 24.04 LTS server. And later on we'll add the Windows server. That Windows server IP is 192.168.136.134. So I'll show you step by step. So here we'll focus on the simple file backups. So the image backups are more advanced and require additional setup like LVM or Btrfs snapshot. So in part 1, we'll just install and configure the on Ubuntu server UrBackup server. So let me access the server. So my both the servers are running on the VMware workstation. So there is a server one that is running with the Ubuntu 24.04 LTS, and another server is server 2 also running with the Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Okay. So while installing, I know the IP address and username password. So I'm going to access that. SSHDPT. Password is simple, admin@123. I need one more, that is 130. So side by side, I'm going to run this one. So first, I'll go through the IP address 129. I'll update and upgrade the system packages. So run this command. So this is my server 1, and this is renaming it to server 2. And this one tab color is red. So this is server 2, this one is server 1. So here I'm running with the command sudo apt update and upgrade. Next, we'll add the UrBackup repository. UrBackup uses the OpenSUSE build service, so OBS that is called, and repository for Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So add with this command. So this is the command we'll add into the source list. And then last we'll update the system again. So paste. And after adding the repository, we'll just install the UrBackup server package. So this is the server package. So while installing, we'll get the installation. During the installation, you will be permitted for the specify the backup storage path. So you can create your own path or you can give the any specified path. So I'll go through the default, and in future if you want to change that path, so you can run this one sudo dpkg -reconfigure your backup dash server. Okay, so configure the UrBackup server path. So this is the default path. I will go through that. you want to change, you can change, and later on so you if you want to change, then you go through this command. This is the command. Okay, completed. Now we'll just start enable the UrBackup service. First, I'm going to start the service and enable. Whenever the system will reboot, automatically the UrBackup service will start. For that, we have to enable the UrBackup service and verify the service is running correctly or not. You can check with the status. So active and running. Okay. Quit. So the next step, we'll go through the access the web interface to set admin password. So this is the my URL and this is the port. If port is not open, then you have to open the port into your Ubuntu firewall. So this is the web interface. Here is status, activities, backups, logs, whatever the logs is running, statics and settings. And in the inside the setting there is a general setting, there is a file backup, so you can change the incremental file backups and other things. You can go through the step by step. Image backup, permissions, client, archive, alerts, so many things are there. So in mail, if you want to configure the mail, SMTP mail, then you have to configure on this. And LDAP, for the LDAP, this is the configuration. LDAP's login is currently undergoing the development and testing. So leave this one for now. And users. So here we'll create the user. So for the user, I'll just create the admin and give the password admin at the rate 123. So admin at the rate 123, rights I've given to the administrator. So create. So admin is created. Now go to the your backup. You will get it will ask you the password. Without password, if I'll giving the wrong password, then it will give you the wrong password error. So close this one. So there is a password admin at the rate 123. Okay. Click on login. So we are logged in into now. So next, basic server configuration. In the web interface, go to the setting general, confirm the change backup storage path if you need it. So there is a setting general and backup storage path. So you can change the path from here also. This is the default path. While installing, we have given the path /media/backup/UrBackup. Okay. So this is correct. Under the file backup, set the interval example 5 hours fully every 30 days. So there is a file backup. Every 5 hours, it will check the incremental backup, and in interval of full backups, this is take with the 30 days. In every 30 days, the file will be the full backup again. Okay, I'll show you the backup. So if client is not in local network, so you can give the internet set the URL. So this URL for the client connection, save changes, and server is ready. So next part 1 is completed, server is ready. Now install and configure the UrBackup client, update the client system. So client IP is 130. So 130 is my second server, server 2. So open server 2. So I'm writing the underscore 130. So this is my IP. So 129. Easily I can remember. So with the title. So for that I am giving this. So here we are updating and upgrading the system packages up to date, and whatever the package is related to upgrade to that. So we're done. Now install the UrBackup client. So here we have to official repository, we have to add this. So run this command. So Siri decision. Follow the installer prompt. Accept default for the most option. The install the client as a service. So here we'll get a pop-up and we'll get the some choices. So verifying the archive directory, and this is yes. And here we have 5 options are there. So these are options. So select the snapshot mechanism so use for the backup. So I will use the default. So default will be the I will use the one that is the most appropriate. So done. Now I will just start the service. Service is started. Let me enable the service whenever the system will boot automatically. The service will start. So enable also done. Now let me check the status. So status is active and running. Okay. Now the add the backup directory on the client. So by default it will be the home directory. So I'm just adding the home directory. In server 2 I am doing this, and list the edit path. So this is the home directory and name is home and symbolic path will be this. Now let me come to the so server 2 is added there. Okay. So never path is not configured. So it will come. We have to wait some time. So in backups we can check this. No backups is taken now. We'll go to the next. Okay. Add the client to the server and verify the connection. Automatic discovery local network. So automatically this is adding. We are showing the server 2. So if not added, then you can add the manually with the client with the give you the IP. Then on the client, if needed, configure the server address. So in the manual part. Now we have done this one. So manually we have to wait for some time. Now we restart the service again. Done. Login. Waiting for the backup, or you can just full backup. You can take the full backup. Let me check with the path. CD media backup your backup. So server 2 is added. So server 2 cd 25. Let me check the file. Cd home cd dpt. So files are added there. You can able to see. And here I'll show you the home. So these are the files 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all the 6 and 4, 7, all the files are added there. Now what I'll do, I'll just create one file. So just like a 9 90 chirag.txt. Hello, control X, Y. Okay. Edit. LL. Let me check. Chirag is there. Chirag is not there. So what I'll do, automatically it will run the incremental backup in 5 hours. If you want to add now, completed with issues, not that's not a problem. So just select this one, go to the with and incremental backup. Okay. So run this one. So 0%. Okay, let it complete. Meanwhile, I'm just starting my Windows server. You can check the file here, home, dpt, all the files are there. Okay. So if you want to download the file, just click here. It will be downloaded. Okay. So in logs, you can able to see the log. In server 2, statics, you can able to see what are the image and files and all site 100%. So you can check the special client, multiple client if you have, then let it complete. Okay, completed. Now check in this path. Okay, so incremental backup in another folder. So one more folder is created. So open this folder. So chirag.txt will be created here. Okay. So now we are able to find the chirag.txt. So in backups, there is a two backup. This is the full and this is the incremental. So home, dpt and chirag.txt will be there. Okay. So now I'll move to the next part. So this is done. There is now add the client to the server. So we have added and manually you can add and we have done this one. Now Windows client. Okay, download, add the client to the server, download and Windows client. So in Windows server, what I'll do, I'll just download the installer, okay, client installer, or you can download from here also. Download the client, so server 2, okay. So here also you can download for the Windows and you can use it. Let me access the my server. So here, see only one server is visible. Now I am opening the second server. So there is a client, latest one, and there is a client 64 MSI. Okay. download this. So download is completed. Now run the status. Let me restart the service. Okay. Now this is automatic added. If you want to add manually, then you can add from the here. Okay. So automatically I was waiting for that. So this was completed and file is indexing. Here you can able to see previously we have only one server folder. Now we have created the Windows. This is the you can check with this IP address tprh. Go there, open, right click on your my computer, go to the properties. Here you can check the name. So BRGP at last. Check this BRGP. So client is added now and file is automatically going to be synchronized. You can check there 9% is completed out of 7.9 GB. So whatever the path in C drive path is given, so whatever the path you have given, automatically it will start. And if you want to check the log, then click on the log. It will open and back up the this system, sys volume, sys detail. So whatever the data will be there, it will show you. So like this, we are configure this one. So in this video, we have learned how to install and configure the UrBackup of Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So Ubuntu we are using the server also, and one client is the Ubuntu, that is also client machine, and Windows also I have seen. So step by step process we have given, and you can download the file as your requirement. For any doubts and query, please write on the YouTube video comment section. Follow the process on in the video. Please subscribe for the more videos. Don't forget to follow, like, share and comments. Hope this will help. Thank you for watching.